First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Detroit Lions. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon. Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started. On 1st and 10, Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? We're able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. A tackle made by J.T. Woods. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver. And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap. To throw on 2nd and 6, Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. This is intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. They went for the deep shot early, and that's fine, but I don't think it was the right target to throw it to. You had 3 other guys sprinting downfield, and I thought 2 of them were open. Could have avoided an interception there by attacking a different player in coverage. Williams, the man in motion left. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Slot man moves right. It's Eckler again. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. First carry now for Isaiah Spiller. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down about the 39. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup. Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they? They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. is incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
And he's got his big tight end here. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Goff on 3rd down. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down. We're scoreless after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
And they'll send Williams in motion right. Right back to him on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Herbert. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Eckler now between the tackles. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Herbert now. His throw incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield with man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the 50, here's Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
They snap it to Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defense in front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Herbert off of play action. Rolling to his left. He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. On the give, this is Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit them with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
From the end zone, gone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But based on the last 2 play calls we just witnessed, the word conservative is not in their playbook. Incomplete, and then they decide to throw deep from this point on the field. That's a team that's really getting after it.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Williams, the man in motion left. From his end zone, Goff on 3rd and long. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here comes the Lions punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he's able to get it out of there. .40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Goff. And now here's another interception.
Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. Five interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Chargers.
The slot man in motion right. The final shot before the break for Herbert. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And they'll send Williams in motion right. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second down, Eckler. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down, as good running gets him to about the 44.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
First and 10 is Spiller. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On second down, Spiller looking for space. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
On 4th down, Herbert. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Now, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And in from the Lions, touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, "Thank you very much for this great starting field position." And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Charger drive about to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And some room to roam now. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. is Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Eckler. And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack. Going to stop him short of the first down. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal. Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But both teams practice this situation. And this time, the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed him off with that run.
He's got room past the 30. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Looking to throw it. Minshew. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
From the 44, Minshew. He's got a man complete. A big play there for Detroit. 48 yards. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. It'll be Minshew again. Now they go screen. It's complete. Touchdown! From 8 yards out. And the Lions have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like the memory was a little too long there.
Extra point by Cyber, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield, and when they see openings, take their shots.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Eckler, they run left side.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Now Herbert.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Herbert. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Looks like he'll throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 7 yards there and a first down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A 6-yard gain brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Swift.
looking across midfield inside the 45.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my...